Welcome to the No Faking Podcast with yours, G. Rudy.
And Mr. Third Strike himself.
You got a background legend too.
Alright, why can't it sound like that, bro? And today we got a special guest returning to the podcast, the No Faking Podcast.
Yo, it's Teresa, also known as TZ Universe, aka Rose Gold Care Med, Rose Gold Care Med Spa on TikTok and IG.
Okay. We out here, man.
Be sure to follow.
Man. Y'all heard the man. How y'all feeling first off?
Blessed and highly favored. I can't complain, and even if I could, I wouldn't.
Amen.
We vibing.
Alright, how you feeling?
Oh, amazing. More than amazing. We all blessed out here, right? Look at this. Look at this upgrade.
Come on, you see,
I just got here, so I'm still,
You feel me? So we out here, each time we can, we upgrading the quality, upgrading the products, man, to give y'all the best production as possible. And shout out to the unsung hero. You feel me? You know who you are.
Alright, man. First topic of the day, man. Like, you know how people be traveling?
Yeah.
And, like, people that especially do, like, illegal drugs, they be trying to smuggle. Why y'all do that in them Why do they do that in those countries where you know you're going to get caught?
well,
No, go ahead. Take off.
first of all, the decision has not been made only because it's one of those legal. You already have this habit before you decide to go there. It's just before you get there that you decide to Google and realize jail time is jail time over there. So, you have to make such decisions.
But you had to try it before for you to think about it, right?
What you mean try before?
Like, you ever tried smuggling anything out the country?
Plead the fifth. Yo!
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, brother
Not like
feds.
that. Do you have any friends that try to, you feel me, bring
Brother
stuff out the
feds.
country? Cause I had like a friend.
Yeah.
It's not even out the country, but in the state, through
All
the
right.
airport.
Hypothetically, right? Hypothetically, when we like to go, just talk around like a kickback or something like that, and when you drinking, you just start talking about hypotheticals. What if you were to smuggle something illegal from like a non-caring state to a caring state? What would you do? Like, I was thinking of something crazy, like putting it in kitty litter so the dogs don't smell it, or something stupid like that. You always think of dumb things like that.
Bro, why though? Like, it's dangerous. Like, why people don't do it? Like, just buy it when they get to that place.
Oh, because it's not as good one. I mean, why does anybody?
Cause I think, it was like my friend, right? Their friend was smuggling something. I mean, they was bringing something from Florida to Colorado, where Colorado is legal. You feel me? I'm like, why you don't just buy it in Colorado?
They sound cheap right there.
I'm saying, why you had to bring it through the airport?
The same reason why you bring popcorn, you smuggle popcorn into the movie theater.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a valid point.
No, that's not.
That's valid.
That's different, dude.
I mean, popcorn is not the theater, though. That's a valid
Why don't
point.
you just get it from there? $20 popcorn.
That's playing with your life, because people even think it as far as like out the country.
Yeah. So the question would be, what would you ever find important enough to smuggle? Like, was exotic animals or maybe some precious art? Would you try to do something like that?
Nah.
No.
Would y'all do that?
So my thing is right. If you know the place you going is, they really strict. Like there's
Like Dubai, Bali.
yeah, there's a variation of strict, and then there's like too strict. Pause. I did that.
Oh, pause that then.
Hold on. Shell, grab the cord.
What happened with it?
Not because it's like if
tapping me?
it keep rumbling.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said pause so I can know a good place to stop.
What you said when I need seen that?
That's okay. Listen, alright.
If you know you're going somewhere where like they strict, bro, cause like I remember when I was planning my trip to Qatar and all that. I'm looking at the rules, but the stuff that you can't do there, bro. You can't play loud music in public like that. You can't be intoxicated in public. There's designated areas that you could drink. You can't even show PDA. You feel me? Like, they don't play. So you going somewhere like that, and you're gonna try to smoke. You're doing hard time.
Going to jail.
I think as America, we be feeling like too entitled.
We feel untouchable.
Yeah, we think we go to these countries and do whatever we want.
I tell you, like,
Everybody get caught, though.
real story.
Do everybody get caught?
Exactly.
Oh.
Real story.
Everybody get
So,
caught.
someone, but that's the problem though. Like, the fact that you don't get caught. Please try again.
That was my headphones.
Oh, I was like, so somebody I went to high school with, right? And, I'm just chopping it up with some of my old high school friends, and I just see a mugshot get dropped in the chat.
Yeah.
I said, yo, what happened? You feel me? And looking at the timeline, so the person I went to high school with and their friend, they went on a trip or whatever. I forgot where, but they smuggled, weed and I think mushrooms.
Well,
They got 6 years. This happened back in 2022, 2023. They're still in jail in a foreign country. So that means they went on vacation and never came back. They got to do all that time because they strict over there, fam.
6 years over there, 6 years over here. So
You take it, like, it's different to be locked up and you understand it. Like, by the time they come out, they're gonna be speaking that language fluently, man.
Cause you in that jail, you don't know how
You
that jail is.
don't know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You don't know how to communicate with the people. Nah, bro, it's never that deep, bro.
I think jail already bad here.
Facts, bro. Probably hot. Yeah, probably hot.
no.
And I have a friend like every time they travel, they get like, especially international, they get like a lock. They lock their suitcase because sometimes people be trying to put like contrabands in your book bag or your suitcase.
Well, personal experience, I went out of town 2 weeks ago, went to DR, and I did keep my luggage locked, but only because I was keeping my passport safe, not because I thought people would be smuggling stuff. If I opened my luggage and there was a present there, I would have used it before I went to the airport.
But I'm like, how would they get it back though?
Huh?
How would
They probably do it at the
Exactly.
airport, dude.
That's why
They
they
probably do it at the
have to
airport. They probably do it at the airport. If you get it through legally, then they tag you on this person gonna have it when they touch down.
I'll tell you right now, if you ever want to put anything in my bag, don't, because TSA loves to check me deep. They look into my shea butter, they check my coconut oil, they check everything. They always stop me for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So I don't even play that.
Y'all never got stopped by TSA?
Oh yeah. I
I
do
didn't
that.
got stopped by TSA.
Yeah, I'll be hating that.
They be
man. Like,
scary?
I gotta pick me.
Yeah.
Just like you about to get some HIV or something, you're like, wait, what the?
Like swipe your hand.
Yes, for
they ever took y'all to the back room?
I think I got taken there one time. I don't remember.
No, they just searched me right there in
I
front
think
of
they took me there
people.
one time.
Now, one time, bro, we was spooked, bro. We went on a group trip, you feel me? My dog, I believe he got like a work visa type of ordeal. Like, he could travel for the most part, but like, he don't really got like his citizenship type code or whatever. And we're going through TSA to come home, you feel me? Good thing we always go to the airport early when we traveling, bro. They took, bro. Everybody spooked. I'm like, yo, what's going on?
Yeah.
Then they checked everything. They said random. Then they took bro to the back. I'm like, oh yeah, we over. He not coming back with us.
Was it the cruise ship?
No, we was flying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Y'all was already at the place.
Yeah, bro, all we had to do was get through and we waiting at our gate. Like literally our gate was right there, fam. But we was still in the other state, or I think we went to the Virgin Islands. Yeah, we was coming back from the Virgin Islands, so we was in the airport. Bro, I thought he was great.
To think about how like back then it was never like this until like
Yeah, it was.
not before like I'm talking about.
It was more lax though.
Personal experience. I have a childhood friend in high school. His mom came from Jamaica just trying to visit their family, and she tried to make some extra money on the way here, so she brought a little extra with her. They randomly searched her, and she got 9 years in America. And we had to go visit her every Sunday in her women's detention center until she got back out. And when they got her out, she went straight back to Jamaica.
Yeah. But why be hearing stories about like back then, like
Yeah, I heard it was lax back then.
it was, like
No, it was lax.
like
Yeah.
So I was told a story back in the day. You know that coming to America type story. You feel me?
Right.
Zoe coming to America, got on the plane, and I guess they were doing like random checks and random searches or whatever. So, but he was able to get off the plane, but they was checking people when they got off the plane. So what bruh did was, once he got off, he went in the bathroom. And he hid in the bathroom for like 12 hours, bruh. Just trying to make sure that the coast clear. And he was trying to like get contact with like his people that's already in America to see if his coast is clear. And they were searching, bro. He said like probably like 10 of the people he came here with, 9 of them got took.
What?
Like, yeah, like.
Because all of them went through?
Yeah, so he was hiding, bro. He said, bro, he just figuring out a way, because
Yeah, I heard this.
it was like they was figuring ways out, bro. Because this was like what in the, I want to say the late 1980s, around that
I
time.
wasn't even born around that.
Yeah, like late 1980s.
Oh, that's crazy. Speaking of that, like, you mentioned you went to Colombia 2 weeks ago, right?
No.
DR.
DR. Do you feel like DR is still the same? Like, how do you navigate in DR? Like, as far as like not being scared of kidnapped or anything.
Though my background is Haitian Dominican, I've never been there, so that was my first time.
Okay.
It was
What part you went
beautiful. Santiago, like
Okay.
by the mountains. So I wasn't by like Punta
Airbnb or,
Cana.
like hotel.
It was an Airbnb. It was like a 3-bedroom, 2-story type thing. It was really beautiful. But the purpose of me going there was just for the mountains. It wasn't a party, because it was in DR. They actually have it different. They don't celebrate holidays with liquor, so there was no alcohol that weekend. I couldn't even order alcohol. I only had to get it at the duty free.
What holiday was it?
Easter.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they do the whole Easter without liquor?
Yeah. And they were like, no.
I didn't know that.
go
That's a fun
ahead.
fact.
Yeah. So if y'all want to go traveling, make sure y'all go to the right state, continents and countries and stuff.
You wasn't scared staying at the Airbnb?
Of being like took and taken, oh heck yeah. So I made sure I stayed with my little group and stuff like that. I didn't try to wander too often, but all the gates that they were at by the villas, they had people sitting out there.
I was just about to ask you, did you have a guard? Because I know
Like security.
I know when we went to Mexico, we had like in our, because we would get an Airbnb, but it was more like a big villa because of a big group of us. And we had,
Gated.
we had it was gated, and we had armed guards at nighttime.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like round the clock.
Oh no, they weren't out there at night. Nah, they went home. These are normal people. There was even a guy that was there with his little 4-year-old, because they were just working.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think so far St. Thomas was like the most peaceful island I went to.
St. Thomas.
Yeah.
Why?
It just felt like
That's somewhere you go to chill.
you ain't have to worry about nothing. Like, you don't feel like nobody was gonna come running your shit.
This man be so scared, bro. Like,
What you mean? Like, it's real.
no, every time we about to travel, bro, like, oh, bro, this just a level 5 of danger. I'm like, can we live in level 5?
Right.
No,
I
bro.
almost didn't go.
Go.
Why you was scared?
I was afraid of not leaving but coming back. I was afraid of what the border was about to do to me. I was like, y'all remember me? I'm American, please.
Wait, so you had to cross the border?
I mean, of course, DR is not, am I correct? Yeah, DR is not an American U.S. country.
I know, but
So.
I'm saying like, they got an airport though. It's not like a border.
Yeah, you do have to go through border control and all that good stuff. They even put a dog through my luggage. I know I shouldn't
Bro,
have pet the dog.
we had to do that when we went to Haiti too, bro. Like when that extensive line when they check you, when I had to
I
pay
know that.
extra.
That's me all these-
But that's the
I said
same.
that's in the airport though.
But that's the same concept though.
When you talking about border, I'm thinking about like like the Mexican border.
No.
Through like.
No, because the only difference is technically you're just flying into the state. So you technically still crossed state borders, but you just flew into it.
Oh.
So they still got to check you extensively.
So I feel like you always gotta be wary though when you go to the country. But even if like the whole travel advisory and all that stuff, you still gotta be wary, bro. Cause it's totally different out there, bro. Like people not gonna play with you. They not gonna sit up there and play with you, bro. They not gonna play with you.
And especially if you got no face.
So you be feeling scared everywhere you go?
I'm like not scared, but you gotta like be on your P's and Q's for sure, man.
Did you go to Haiti before?
No, I haven't went to Haiti.
Oh, okay.
Haiti was a good
I had
time.
like that in Jamaica.
Jamaica was we was on the we was at a resort, so it's
Yeah, all inclusive.
like
So you only were Mexico? You was like that?
Yeah, we had an armed guard. Like,
But you.
No, people were dying in Mexico. People were going, listen.
But we was in like in like the.
Like the first few nights we was there, bro.
I was at Paramount Club, right?
Which part you go to,
no? My door, fam.
Oh, for real? It was like I was sleeping peacefully.
I'm sleeping good.
I was just snoring.
No survival instinct. What?
I just snoring.
You don't read the news?
That thing was happening.
No, cause like I be hearing stories, bro, but it's like.
Yes. It's real. It's not stories. It's newsletters before people. Yeah,
Kind of
damn.
room, man.
Unalive.
I'm myself like a movie or something, bro. I'm feeling disorganized.
Cause in my head, bro, it's like, if I'm gonna do all I could do. You feel me? I'm gonna do all I could do, and if that's how I go, that's how I go, bro.
Right, bro, I was sleeping with all my hand crossed, my leg like just out like that, bro. I was sleeping peacefully. I ain't worried about none of that.
First few nights, man, you gotta be on the PVQ.
I have my door locked. I have a chair in front of it.
Oh, for real? Y'all be putting chairs in that door?
I have to try. Yeah, if the door opens, it's gonna fall. I'm gonna wake up before.
We have an example of it.
It's a deep sleeper too, so I gotta put like little booby traps.
Right.
That booty trap.
I even do number 2 on the second floor so I can hear them running, so I can know just to like get some time.
Nah, man, I don't be feeling none of that.
Especially when I'm Airbnb, I go straight to the
You never know.
kitchen drawer, get a knife, put that bit right under it, right under the bed.
That's a lot of steps to grow, man.
That bit right under the bed.
Bro, man to do all that, something really go down, he freezing feet. Forgot everything.
You don't forget to lock the door though.
In the bathroom, dog. What? That's crazy, dog. That's crazy.
So this is pivoting a little bit. You know, we all up there in age, and you know when life gets serious, even if you're not up there in age, and a conversation that or a topic that a lot of people tend to skim over is like the logistics of getting married. And when I say the logistics of getting married, like when you really think about it, yeah, you got friends, yeah, you got associates, yeah, you got people you probably talk to every day, but are all of them really? Are you really inviting all of them to your wedding?
In this economy?
But so, how do you break that down, though?
Yeah, how do you choose who you going to invite?
Okay. So I was planning that before in the past. That was another life, right? So I tried to make it immediate family, and that list ended up still being 120. And
just your side?
No, with both sides.
Okay.
So
That's reasonable.
if I gave each one like 50-50, but then give everyone about a +1 because I knew my mother had a person and my father had a person just in case or whatever. A lot of people have their own people now, you know, so that multiply real quick. And then the question is, children or no children?
I'm saying no children.
No children?
Yeah, you gotta be 21 up.
Yeah, because we were drinking all crazy and stuff. What?
Yeah, a lot of people can't make it, though, right? Huh? A lot of people can't make it.
It's not for everybody.
People bringing their kids.
It's a seller.
No, if
Or
you find a babysitter, you
there
can't
could be
come.
some kind of babysitting in the back, but then
No,
the liability
no
comes
parts,
up.
no parts.
Somebody else touches.
And that thing makes it easier for me. Oh, I can't, I got the kids. That's no problem.
We will post the whole thing.
You feel? Yeah, no kids, fam, because you're going to pay, because you got to understand, even if you still got to pay for the kids to eat, and kids not going to eat all these food, so I'm with, you know how much money you wasting?
Yeah.
I mean, I need you to finish everything on that plate. You feel me?
Certain kids.
And some people be doing like open bar too.
Yeah, you
and
feel
that's
me?
the thing for
You're
me.
not watching the kids when you getting lit. Like, it's a liability, and I don't even want that.
I mean, I love a lot of my family members, and I know I have a lot of nieces and nephews, so I don't want to sound crazy, but at the same time, I personally don't feel comfortable getting lit with a child because the filter's down. I'm about to be like this jit, and I don't want to start talking crazy for the children. Like, you know, so I would just like either. That's why I was talking about separating them somewhere, but
then
it just goes back to the
They can't come.
who's watching them? You know what I mean? Like,
babysitters. You know, we make it a
But
separate.
that's why you give them you give people like a good amount of time, a notice.
I know, no, that I agree. Like, if you can't figure it out and you can't make it, you can't find somebody, it's cool.
Yeah.
But what about, because this is something else that a lot of people don't realize too, like, who's walking in your wedding and who's going to be your maid of honor, your best man. Like, these are conversations that, like, because it's a lot of people that walk around here, they assuming, oh yeah, that's spot locked for me. And then when you, like, let's say you with somebody every single day, like, to you, oh yeah, that's my dog. Like, we ball, we game together, but like, that's not my best man. To him, oh yeah, man, we ball, we game, we do all that every day. Of course I'm the best man. And then you make picks and they don't make the cut.
My question would be like, what parameters do y'all put around around that concept? Like, how do you choose like who's gonna be your best man?
Well, the men are different from women.
So I want to hear yours, and then we're gonna hear them both talk.
For the best or the
No, so all you gotta do is the maid of honor.
yeah, the maid of honor.
Yeah.
So there's only one maid of honor. It would be like my bestie, and if I didn't have a real bestie that's like more than a year or did something crazy like took a bullet for me, then it's gonna be like my closest cousin or closest sister or something like that.
Okay.
You know, so it's up to that person. But for a person to come out of nowhere and be like, for everything I've done for you, how dare you not be the maid of honor? You know how much responsibility that is? Maid of honor has to plan my
Everything.
the bachelorette. Yeah, they have responsibilities and stuff.
I know that part. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
And if anything wrong, like, because apparently the rule is the bride is not supposed to get angry. So the bestie's supposed to be someone that's like, if anything weird happens, they'll be like, just a look, and they'll take care of it for me. It's supposed to be those people around you playing.
You think, let's say you do have someone close, but they just don't make the cut, right?
Yeah.
But they're still in your wedding. You think it's rude of them to question your decision?
We can have a conversation. It would be it would be a spicy conversation because the truth hurts sometimes. But yeah, I'll give you a seat right there on the front. I'm giving you a shout out. But if you don't make it, you don't make it. Apologies. And it's not only that, because I have to pay money for these dresses. I'm paying the money for the dresses sometimes. You know, and if you don't or you can't make it to certain things or to everything, then it's more than just that. Because you do want your family. I'm the youngest of 5. So I would want 3 of my sisters to be there and maybe a bestie. But then I can't pay for 5, 6. How many in this economy? They will understand. They're all above 21 and they will definitely understand. They will be okay. They'll be happy for me. All this pettiness? Nah, leave that to the side.
Wait, does time matters too though?
Time?
Like how long
In
you know the
friends?
person? Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would. I mean, if you had a bestie from high school and then like y'all probably moved to a different state, but you still kept in contact and you still called her about the bull crap and she still like talked to you, and then suddenly you have a new friend that you just started working with and y'all work buddies and she's a friend.
Yeah.
Let's have this conversation when I come in town because, and that's going to be that kind of conversation for real.
What would you say?
You taking a bullet for me, fam?
That's the question?
You taking a bullet?
See, it shouldn't have been a question. It should have been like, of course. Everyone gets one.
No, I'm saying like, would that be a question? You taking a bullet?
You taking a bullet?
No.
Yo, you'll get in the front seat, maybe in the second row.
Nah, for real though, I've been telling bro, that's a hard topic, bro, because even to bring it up, like, say you did it, like, you thought you were gonna get chose, and then you did it, even to bring that conversation up, it's like, when is the right time to really bring
You sound pretentious, no matter what. You sound pretentious.
What you mean?
Like arrogant, you're not like arrogant, entitled, like, and, like, you know what I'm saying, like. No. She's saying that's what it's gonna
giving.
do if you bring it up.
Yeah, because it's like, when do you even bring that conversation up? Like, you can't even, like, it's like you taking away from their moment, and it's like, bro, like, are you really about to, like, it's never the right time to have it.
But if you feel away though, you shouldn't bring it up.
It's never.
No, I mean, you should. You're human. Nah.
When do you bring it up after the wedding? Like, you go.
It's probably gonna come out during the dinner.
Now, my thing is, do you question the friendship?
I feel like it's a lose-lose situation.
But I'm saying, do you question the friendship if it's like that?
What you mean?
Like, if you thought you were gonna be the best man and you're not the best man.
Yeah, it could make you question the friendship, because be like, damn, like, I thought, I was your man. I thought I was your man. I thought you were gonna, I thought I was him.
Okay. Yeah. Hypothetical. So let's say they're having an engagement party, right? And they're like, oh my God, thank you everybody for this engagement party. I'm about to talk about who's going to be in the bridal thingy. And then, because you know how sometimes they do it, there's like little baggies so you can give to the people that's in the bridal party. Yeah. So you'd be like, my man, he's been working hard for me all this time. He took a bullet for me that one time. Remember the time we almost got to man. And he called 911 while his leg was bleeding, and he gave me CPR first. That's my guy. Jeff, he knows who it is. But then for the other guy to be like, and look crazy, so maybe that'll be a discussion for later.
Like, when do you
the sauce.
Yeah.
The sauce.
even if you want to have that conversation with that person, it's like, bro, like, when is the right time to bring it up? It's never going to be a right time because, like...
From your perspective, would you let it eat you inside?
It's saying you just got to bite to the chin.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's saying you got to bite to the chin.
Because you know what's crazy, right? Me and him was actually in a wedding where someone was upset that he wasn't the best man. He thought he was going to be the best man, but he was also in the wedding. And he let that eat him up so much, he ended up not coming to the wedding.
But
that's the worst.
But did he have a reason to think
keep those vibes at home if that's the case.
I didn't care to ask deeper, but it was short because even with the remarks, like let's say you chose him to be the best man, right? But I'm still in your wedding. Yeah. And then you come to me like, dang, bro, he didn't even set this up yet. I mean, you made him the best man, so.
Yeah.
Like, everything is slick. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, he ain't reached out to everybody yet? I mean, you made him the best man. I mean, if you don't got the information, that's his fault. You made him the best man. Well, your fault.
Like, doing that type of stuff, that's petty, man.
Right. What's up with you, bro?
But, like, to have that I feel like, it's just like, bro, it's just like, it is what it is at that point.
It is what it is.
So you want to have that conversation?
I want to have the conversation.
No, but
to me,
I wouldn't know the right time to bring it up, you know?
But would you like different toward the person?
That's something like, you know, that's something that you got to put heavy prayer in.
Because one thing, because I look at it too like this, right? Let's say, because me, as long as it makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it might not make sense to me, but it makes sense to you because something happened that I don't know about with our relationship that you feel like, there's no way this person's not my best man. You know what I mean? But like, if I ain't never seen no sign that this you even rock with, bro, like that. You feel me? And I spent a lot of time with you, and to hear, oh no, you're not the best. He's the best man.
You get the bombastic side eye.
Bringing it up, I'm be like, cool, okay.
You gonna act different?
Act different.
Was it a family thing? Was it like his brother or something like that?
That's what I'm saying.
That could be different
That's
too.
an excuse.
I be feeling like those choices, like if you do choose like
A family member, like that makes sense.
you can't fuck me for that, bro. Like,
That makes sense, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, let's say
like somebody else.
we came up together, and I know when this person was inserted in your life. You know what I mean? Like I know everything. I'm talking about from the first word bro said to you to the point where you ain't even think you was gonna rock with bro, to the point you almost faded bro, to the point y'all cool, and this nigga your best, what he got on you?
Well, sound like you have a good speech. It sound like that's where you should leave it. Just stand up and take a speech.
You acting different though?
Acting different. So if it's family member, not whatever. If it's that situation, me personally, I'm like, all right, bro made his choice, and then I'ma just whatever he made it make sense. Yeah, I'm gonna show up. Of course, I'm gonna show up. Right? I'm gonna act like I've been acting, but it would get wicked though. Like everybody y'all know, like I can't believe you wasn't the best man. So then that's gonna make me look like because so now that's probably gonna make somebody like, why wasn't I the best man for real though? You feel me? Like if nobody, like even the wife, the person you're marrying, didn't understand that decision, now we gotta have a talk.
Even with that, bro, it's like where do you like?
I'll say after the fact.
But I'll say that situation too, like, cause you know, like people be having it aligned with like having a kid, making somebody a godfather or a godmother. Sometimes people be picking random people though. Is the parameters like different?
Nah, I think choosing a godfather, that's serious.
I don't think it's random.
Yeah, but I'm saying sometimes people don't be picking like the people that's closest to them. Like, oh, they be like, oh, I'm the godmother.
Bro,
they be like, wait.
So I can say in those cases, it's like, because I've seen this, it's like, sometimes you don't always gotta pick the people close because you know they're gonna be in that child's life regardless.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Right, so like regardless, that's auntie, uncle, you know what I mean? But like,
so that's different than the god. So that's different than like picking like a best man.
I would say that because the best, when you picking a best man made of honor,
they gotta be like people that's closest to
not even closest, people that you know is reliable.
If you go down.
Because that's another thing. Because it's like if I didn't get picked, do you truly believe this person is more reliable in your life than me?
Yeah.
But it's not.
I think about the same thing with a godmother, godfather
Yeah,
too. Like,
you gotta be reliable.
they gonna step up if you go.
Yeah, I agree.
That's
but
not
it's like
guaranteed at all.
I'm saying that's why you're supposed to be somebody that's.
But
reliable.
even with that perimeter of being like reliable, like that's not the only thing though, bro.
But it's important.
It's important, but like you not gonna choose someone because like alright, like say they probably don't like they show up to everything, but like they probably late and stuff or like
probably not.
All right, case in point. Case in point. I'm trying not to use myself as an example, but it is. You know, I'm the auntie with no kids. I'm the cool auntie with no kids. And when my nieces, my brother has 3 kids by now, and I went to their christening, and to hear that his bestie from high school, you know, they were, you know, high school sweethearts, and by now they have like 4 kids, and their family's best friends with their family. So when I heard that they were godparents, and I was like, I wasn't named anything, so I'm like, okay, I get it, because I'm the auntie, but I was still like, it took me a second, I had to go in the corner and register myself, but at the end of the day, if they got into a blazing car accident, they would meld into that family so quickly and easily, and I am currently the unreliable cool aunt. I don't make it to all the soccer games and stuff like that, so I take that on the chin. And then, you know, I had that in the corner. I have to go to my brother like, yo, what's going on, bro? He's like, shut up, you know you haven't been here. I was like, you know, that one was on me.
You gotta take it.
That's on me. I was like, I save lives for a living. He's like, and? I was like, you know?
Because I'll say even with that, like, I look at my godmom, right? If I'm being real, my godmom, I look at my godmom. When I got older, I rarely see my godmom. No, but look, I rarely see my godmom, right? But on the same token, when I look at the environment over there, 9 times out of 10, when somebody down and out or somebody got kicked out or they go stay with my godmom, bro. Like, you know, everybody done been through that crib and stayed there. So I believe that they did that because if anything was to happen to my peoples, they know I would, like you said, I would mold there effortlessly. Even with my godfather, like, the family big. You see what I'm saying? So like they would be able to watch over me in a sense. But like, I rarely see my godfather. This man, I forgot he had a godfather at one point. You feel me? The way we never see, bro.
I don't even know what my godfather is.
I feel like which one do y'all think more important, though? Being like a best man or a maid of honor, or being like a godfather or godmother? Cause I feel like after the wedding, it's done.
It's done.
But like a godparent,
That's
or
what-
that's a god.
That's why I think the best man is important too, or like a best man and maybe.
But cause I never hear nobody bring it up. Oh yeah, that was my best man at the wedding. I only hear people bring it up.
Best man becomes a godfather.
They would.
So the way I look at it, right, the way I look at it too, right, so best man, maid of honor. If anything happened in my marriage, I'm rocking you. I know who to come to, right? Godfather, godmother, anything happened to me or my kids, I know who to go to. So those 2 completely different responsibilities. Because you can be my best man, but you're probably not the best person with kids. You know what I mean? You're probably someone I would go
So
to.
it's not a given then.
No, what you mean? Like, if you're the best man, you automatically godfather?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's a given. It doesn't correlate.
When you're a party guy, that's that guy that's gonna set it up for me.
Because like, I've had friends tell me like, oh, I would bring my kids to you last resort, like if I need them to tighten up in the sense of like mindset. But I'm probably for children, I'm probably not the first person you bring them to, you feel me? Because you know, they automatically assume how I am with them is how I'm gonna be with the kids, like logical, you know what I mean, rational. Let's figure it out, let's think through it, let's get, you know, but you gotta be like whimsical, imaginative with children, you know what I mean? You can't use the same type of narrative, so they know in real life situations, he's reliable, he's dependable. He might not be like soft enough for my kids, you know what I mean? I don't want my kids to be too tough, you know what I mean, in that aspect. So I get it, like, I probably make a good best man, but maybe not the first godfather, you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? I might make a godfather of one of your kids, but maybe not the first one. You see what I'm saying? Especially until I have my own, if that makes sense.
So another question, right? So
Good job.
choosing say you thought you was gonna be like someone's best man, or and you thought it was like vice versa, like they was gonna be your best man and all that stuff. do you change your best man based off of?
It's too late. It's too late.
No. So it's like if you didn't get picked, right, and you didn't get married yet, and you already had in mind to pick them, but they didn't pick you, are you changing yours because they didn't pick you?
It would be petty to think that way.
Are you good? Because like now you know, like damn, like.
You still walking the wedding.
No.
You still walking the wedding. You just
now you walking in the wedding, just like you just thought like you always thought in your head like, yeah, this is my best man, you know, and I'm probably gonna be his best man, or I'm gonna probably be her maid of honor, and she's my maid of honor. But you know,
I don't take it that deep.
You know, she got married first, and then she says that you're not her maid of honor. Does that change your thought process? Do you feel like that should change your thought?
No, because if I'm her bestie, then no, you're not. I know that you might not be someone else's bestie because
But, like in the back of your head, you're not gonna think like, damn, like, I thought
it's gonna feel some kind of way, and if you act different, then it's gonna change. But you know, that's nothing for anybody else to see. That's in my medulla.
you know something that a lot of people need to also realize is they believe that those roles are set in stone. Like, when I mean set in stone, like the best man set in stone, who's walking in my wedding set in stone. Because through my experience in life, just because you made the cut the first time, and let's say life happened, that don't guarantee you a spot the second time. You see what I'm saying? Because
You talking about the second time you get married?
no. Let's say you're gonna get married, but it don't fall through. But you already let people know this what you was gonna do,
Okay.
and then that don't happen. Then you actually about to get married for real.
Like a year later or something?
Maybe a year later, 5 years later, whatever. But things happen in life where people were there for you more. You see what I'm saying? People stood there for you more. People held you up more. And it's like, you made the cut
Sure.
in this phase of my life, but you're not making the cut in this phase. You might still get an invite, but
Let it be. Let it be.
still at that point, bro.
It'll be the first time.
Amen, bro.
That'll be the second time.
The outfit ready. There better be two best mans or something.
Life check. Back then,
Can't go back with that, bro.
nah, back then, you feel me?
What's the beat?
It's that shit. Because look, and the reason I say that, because it's like, maybe let's say after the first time, right? You got distant, I got distant, and like, it just stayed like that. There was no effort on either parts. You feel me? So it's like, I can't be mad if you don't pick me because I ain't put in the effort, but you can't be
That's
mad.
not a good friendship at all, right there. We're talking about best man status.
That's what I'm
that
saying.
you aside, like, come on, bro. what's
That's what I'm
going on?
saying. So it's like, if you wasn't there, maybe I have to reevaluate my list. Maybe I was picking it because everything was going good. I never seen when things was going bad.
There's nothing bad.
I think
There's nothing bad.
it makes sense when you like you switch up the list of the people that you invited the first time around. Like maybe switch it up a little bit, but like the people that you chose, they should get
Because look, what if the size? Let's like you say. What if the size? You realize why I had all these people walking in the first place.
You decided to cut it down.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it went from
How many people y'all think should walk, bro?
whatever number makes sense.
Yeah, but
I don't think there's a set number.
Maybe 6 or 7.
I think 5 is a good number.
We have like
10
12.
I say whatever makes sense for you and yours.
I already have like 4 of the family members, so we got at least.
I say whatever makes sense for you and yours, fam.
Nah, I feel like too much.
I usually,
Do you feel like it's a certain like outside of like I've been or like I had like family members that were like invited to weddings to walk into the wedding, but they felt like they was like too old, I guess. Do you feel like there's an age number that you stop when you start walking into the wedding?
nah, I think
No.
nah.
No.
And the reason I say nah is because like if I'm having an all adult wedding, my ring bearer gonna be a grown man. I'm gonna have a flower.
Wait,
They're
so
gonna have
you
you.
all
Oh
of
yeah, he
those
said 21. You said 21 and up. You started with that.
Yeah.
Nah, you could say they can't come to the reception.
No.
Nah.
No, you see, bro.
Are we doing a step down
You never
the?
seen a door?
Yes,
with the ring
I have a flower man.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them, but that's been more parents.
I'm tripping.
Crazy hard, man. What
What you mean? I got a flower man lined up.
Y'all just invited, man. man.
I got a flower man lined
Not
up.
the reception.
Bro, gonna rip it.
Wedding.
What they gonna do? Think about it. Bring them home. Who gonna watch them?
Okay, so
Who gonna watch them?
children at the wedding, but not at the reception.
Yeah. How we doing it?
That don't make sense to me. That's too much work. That's too much work.
Too much work?
That's too much.
Where are you gonna get married, first of all?
Where you gonna
Like
drop
a
the
destination
kids?
wedding
What
or
you gonna
something?
drop? I'm not saying it, but what you gonna do with the kids?
Personally, I hated that shit as a kid, bro.
What, going to a wedding?
Because all the kids not being invited to a wedding, I used to hate that.
So you're telling me that they used to have those kind of weddings when you were a kid?
Yeah, they did. They used to have those type of weddings.
Yeah, open bars and stuff?
In my opinion, you know, you get a little queer box on the side.
Right.
Those baby, you get a little queer box on the side. But me personally, some kids are invited to my wedding.
Oh yeah, I was all up in those weddings. I was always walking in weddings.
Call me green if you want to. I see one video, bro. Before they cut the cake, everybody focused on the crowd. Woody woo. Jit done tried to grab cake, knock down the whole tier cake.
That's the
Bro, what?
That's the wop wop wop.
Nah, fam.
That's the wop wop
Nah,
wop.
fam. I don't want no liabilities. I don't want nobody saying, "Oh, I gotta go put X, Y, and Z to bed." They cranky. They know we up.
That's crazy.
We up. You better find a babysitter.
Or if you know they're the ones with the bad jits, then you just don't invite them specifically.
Nah, I got some locked in. They got some bad jits. I love it, but they got some bad ass jits.
It says specifically you. Gotta leave my
Y'all
home.
better figure it out. If you ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be difficult for some people on the list because mom, dad, and grandparents invited. Bitch. So
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who gonna watch the kids, but y'all gotta figure it out.
Drop the kids off at daycare.
Hey, ain't no daycare gonna be over
At
here.
night, man. Jumping to another topic.
What'd you check?
seen the Shannon Sharp situation?
Oh, about him getting canceled?
Yeah. But
What was that about?
The younger, he was messing with like a 19-year-old.
Oh, that's why I thought he was because he was threatening them or something.
Nah.
Nah, she was the OnlyFans girl.
He was threatening.
I could have sworn I heard something.
No.
Okay.
If we're being real, she's an OnlyFans girl. Clearly she's intelligent. She knows what she was doing. She's about that paper. He was clearly into
BDSM?
Yeah, BDSM. My dog know what that is. BDSM.
I'm dyslexic too, and I still know that one.
That's crazy. She into BDSM. So like that was their dynamic.
So, yeah.
You feel me? So he choking her. She
So
liked
you're
that.
saying that he kind of like set her up by
No,
like,
she
recording-
set him up.
Yeah, like she set him up by recording him by being like, "Oh, what'd you say you were gonna do?"
Yeah. So pretty much and that's exactly how the phone call sounded.
For the viewers that don't know, what is BDSM? What is that?
Oh, what is that thing called?
Don't act like you don't know
Bondage.
that.
Shush. Stay with me. B is for bondage. D is for
Oh,
what's
this is an acronym?
Like
Dominatrix?
dominatrix.
No, bro, no.
S
he
right. What's S for?
Oh, no.
Sadist, and
Sadist?
M is for masochist.
Oh no, so sadist is not directly correlated to Satan. Sadist is
No,
someone who has
sadist.
like a sick pleasure to like pain and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
and masochist likes to be the one that causes pain.
Yeah.
So there's been people like, hey, can you
Cause like,
step
cause if
on
you
the
hear,
stomach?
I watched I watched Criminal Minds a lot, and like they would use the word sadist a lot, like they'll say it to serial killers, like
That's like the people that be walking like be on a leash.
Yeah, public humiliation.
yeah, like or they get joy from like, cause I think it was one interrogation, and it was like he's like, what happened? I don't know. He's like, oh, she got stripped, skinned alive, and he started smiling, like he smirked. It was like, you sadist, and like they have no compassion for people.
That's different. That's so
Candles too.
Yeah, like so that would be the M, I think.
That's different. No, that one sounds like a murderer, and then the other one sounds more like a masochist. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. So it's like, so I guess the S likes pain or whatever, and then the M likes to cause it, some joke like that. But that's what their dynamic was, right? And she knew how to tick him off, because based on the story she was saying, she was like, oh, he gets real upset if I'm like late on our appointments or whatever. And then the phone call that they dropped, she was like, oh, I won't be able to make it. So she played on the fact that he hates her, like canceling her playing. And he's like, stop playing before I slap you. She's like, you know I don't like that. Or choke you or something. And she's like, and then he was like, you know you like it, stop it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was set up. But yeah, he got caught up in it.
Once I came out with like this thing saying, most of the recordings are AI generated.
All I know is Cat Williams been freaking warned him already about that. He said he could take you down in 2 weekends.
Bro, Cat Williams warned him, Monique warned him. She's like, you need you a big fat old woman that's gonna feed you. You need to stay away from. But I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. All my life I've been scared of them folks.
But I feel like this generation got a lot of that.
Date him?
No.
I feel like this generation got a lot of that though. Like,
what do you mean?
The BDSM junk. You know when girls be like when you choke them. Like, oh,
I know that's
that's
every girl like that.
it's like all the foot, man.
You know, you can't fetish shame people. You can't fetish shame. You know, everybody likes some.
You gotta differentiate. Choking is different from that.
No, that's the start. That's what he started. That's what they all start, fam.
They want a little slaps. They want a little slaps.
Okay, so if you slap the ass, is that BDSM?
Nah, slap their face choking. Because after you do that, you feel me? After you do that, then it's gonna mess your head up and be like, oh no, they like when I do that.
Yeah, it's different.
But I'm talking about the choking, the slapping in the face.
They like that.
No, I feel like you know the difference.
That's like a gateway drug.
You slap a random girl, her eyes get big, you're like, I should not have done that to her.
It's like a gateway drug, bro. I feel like this whole generation is like that.
But then, yeah, that's why you go to those parties. They have certain parties, but of course you need to have like passwords to get in, because you can't just be slapping random girls out here. But
You can't be choking random girls either.
They be having parties like that.
Yeah. This is South Florida. What you talking about?
They got parties for every damn thing, bro.
That's crazy.
See? Yeah, he's over here teaching
So they
them
have a-
stuff. He's
they have
teaching them
a-
how not to hurt.
Wait, so
You
they
know,
have a
no
whole
fetish
little
shaming over
party
here.
just for like the BDSM people?
Yeah, they sign waivers and stuff. They sometimes get tested
What's
and
too
stuff.
far though?
I'm not sure. I was not attending any of these.
Okay.
He trying to get on.
I'm
sorry. Plead the fifth.
That's crazy, bro. Like,
No.
I don't think there's like a
Cause, like,
job there because
what I'm saying, like,
that's what
dude,
they signed an NDA.
in that situation,
NAD?
right? In that situation,
NDA.
is there a time where we in character? Like, can I be a character all the time?
I was gonna say it's just like
Safety
The
work.
Boys when the last season with the freaked out Batman type dude
Oh, yeah.
in the house where he was doing some freaky stuff with Huey, and he was freaked out. But the boy's sick. He had the little leather suit with the mouth, everything covered, but a zipper on the mouth.
Yeah,
That's the same thing. That's part of it.
Yeah,
That's
what's that thing called?
when he was whipping her feet, like he kept on taking the whip to her feet.
Flogging?
You know the name, yo. That's what it was.
She going to the parties, yo.
Right. I mean, if you have any kind of...
That's crazy, but like that's exactly what it is, bro. And you remember they had a word.
A safe word.
Yeah, so like I guess
That's what I was talking about, yeah.
everybody gotta have.
So you're telling me you've never done anything that's required a safe word?
No.
Wow, okay.
What?
This is a church, Christian podcast, my bad.
Wait, so
I'm busy.
you did stuff that required a safe word?
Yes. Passion has gone to the point where I've had to warn people that this is okay unless you hear banana cream pie or something like that. You know, it has to be. Yeah.
You gotta relax.
I ain't gonna more and more I realize I'm in a bubble, bitch.
That's ain't facts. That's like overly freaked out, though. I feel like
You know who needs to be overly freaked out?
Who?
The business people who are always smiling and having to fake their characteristics. When they finally get off work,
I feel like they be more freaked out though.
yeah, they be super
She's
safe.
telling you. She wasn't asking you. She was telling you.
The higher level it is, the more freaked out it is.
Yeah.
Like, you see somebody in a high level CEO and all that type of stuff.
But I'm telling you,
They don't be doing that.
but that fits Shannon so perfect. Cause you gotta understand, the man always gotta play politics. He always got, you know what I'm saying, articulate his words, have that switch on, especially when he talking on ESPN, his show. Even when he do his own little podcast, he be joking, but that don't be blood raw it be political you feel me? It be entertainment
So which one do you think he is, the sadist or the masochist? Because you know, like there's a lot of CEOs.
I think he's a masochist because he likes
to
choke.
cause it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he like to choke.
Because I know there's a lot of CEOs that like to get dominatrix because when they get off work, they're tired of telling people what to do.
You know a lot of CEOs.
I've heard of stories. I've read stuff. You know, I've been out here. It's South Florida, yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like people in power like to be dominated because they be dominated.
Because they always in power and stuff
So they
like
be
that.
asking people to tell them what to do and stuff like that. It's happened once or twice. So like,
you had-
what if Shannon Sharp is acting like that?
Wait, you had to be a dominatrix before?
I don't think I'm professional enough to call dominatrix, but there've been people that asked me to like be rude to them.
And
They've asked, yeah.
and I used to hear that, but I'm like, that's weird. Like, you want somebody to spit on you, to cuss you out.
Not just anyone. I mean, I have no idea where it comes
obviously,
from.
but like,
I'm not asking these kind of deep questions when we've gotten to that situation.
but I don't know. That concept. Maybe I don't got enough money to for that to make sense to me.
It's not about money. I mean,
What?
The fetish, man.
But I'm saying, is it because like they had too much like power at work, and they want somebody like
They bored with the power because like nobody ever challenged them. I mean, it's like a lot of shows you see where it's like somebody new walk up and disrespect the man in charge, and everybody looking like, oh my god, he's gonna kill you, and they actually like that person. He's like, I like you. I'm gonna keep you around because you're the only person that's willing to check me.
yeah.
I guess.
It's the same population of
How
people.
you start like that? How you start?
You talking about how you start? Have a
like
cat.
stuff like
Those are the first people. The cats. They love to ignore you. They love to look down at you. And judge the crap out of you. And they're like, oh, look at the cutest little baby. I'm so sorry. I spent time. They beg at that cat's feet. Those are the
I ain't
beginning
gonna lie, I'm
stages.
about to start looking at people that got cats different. Cause cats are rude, bro. Like
Yeah.
they
Knock your
disrespectful,
stuff off and
fam.
just look
Like,
at you.
bro, knock your stuff and look at you, bro. And then people, oh my god.
So you feel like that's how it starts?
You gotta start somewhere.
Bro, they gotta live in a bubble, bro. Jumping on.
I ain't gonna lie, I feel safe in my
But you
bubble.
have neighbors. What you talking about?
I feel safe.
These people be out here looking innocent, bro. You see that party all the time. But jumping on topic, man. Like I seen like a list with stuff that men can't do.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
One of them was
Inflation,
like you can't be sleeping when your homeboy driving in the passenger seat.
the inflation of being a man, fam.
And one of them was like, oh, you can't be if it's raining you can't run.
Oh,
I don't run.
Yeah, like
you talking about a list of icks?
yeah, that man can't do.
I don't run with it.
Don't use the list of icks to be your excuse of why you're single at this moment in time.
It's not an excuse, but I'm saying like, do you feel like women be going overboard with that?
I mean, yeah, there be some great weird ones, like the fact that they have to do a little skip to do to jump over into from a sidewalk or something like that. But that's just up to you if you don't want to f with the guy.
What's your ex?
What's my ick?
Yeah.
When a man acts more feminine than me, it's a big ick.
She was about to say sassy.
Sassy as heck. I mean, I'm cool. Yeah, no, I don't
You
like
have to call
that.
that out before.
Oh yeah, like I've gone to no. I mean, I don't care how they took it. I just delivered it. Like I've gone to the bar before, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you look nice." I'm like, "Thank you, so do you." And they're like, "Oh, thanks for the compliments. You gonna buy me a drink?" And I was like, "Oh, it started, has it?"
Oh, that's a smooth
Jizzle,
one.
jizzle. That's where we're at.
That was smooth one. But what if you were playing though? What if you were playing? That's a smooth. That's like a good icebreaker though. You feel me? Maybe I'm tripping.
You know, yeah.
I ain't not tripping.
The punchline buy me a drink to show that you weren't serious. But no, I mean, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with them, but that's just not my morality. And it's not my place to teach nobody, but that's just not how you gonna get me.
I'm trying to figure out what's the logic behind falling asleep while you're mad.
Hey,
You gotta keep me entertained.
the amount of pictures I got of us sleeping.
Driving a car door, and you sleeping on the passenger seat.
Nah, taking pictures
gotta
of your mouth open ass.
I gotta
You should have
eat.
been awake.
I got pictures of bro.
Comfortable as heck. It's been an hour. Am I your chauffeur?
Come on, man.
But the moral of that whole list, bro. If she like you, bro, she gonna bypass all that type of stuff, bro.
Something's happened. I literally had a situation where I liked the guy, and then I saw the way he scurried out of the rain. But he didn't just scurry out of the rain.
What?
He said, What? Was there like a Tesla backing up? What's going on? He said,
So you ain't like him after that?
I had to just, his sound effects, like his ad libs, yo, you don't hear Wayne talking like that. That's just crazy. That wasn't it.
What?
And it just started to go downhill from there.
You can't have no emotion.
Yeah, he supposed to be like,
Was you find one thing that annoy you about
no, he probably like, oh, it's raining. I'm sure he ain't made that noise again, though.
It was when he was amongst a group of his homeboys where he, you know when you was a group of homeboys, you supposed to be with your homeboys? Nah, that's how he acted with his homeboys. He's like, I choose to be the softest of the group. Hello. And I was like, oh, okay, that's your place. It's cool. I like the fact that you chose it.
He played himself.
Yeah.
He showed you him too early.
Major key.
It's raining. So girl had said, she was like, oh, if you got a sister, fam, that's the it, fam. Oh,
If you got a
Nah, she
sister,
sounds scared. She's afraid to get in the ass.
I feel like they be making us stuff, dog.
Yeah, that's
I'm
crazy.
confused. What you mean if you got a
Some
sister?
people say it's an ick if you have
too
the.
much,
It's raining.
you can't
What are you talking about?
hang on, you can't.
That sound like an insecurity, bro.
Yeah, no.
Bro, on me, bro, it's like it's certain stuff like it be like, how you want brother to act like he get shot?
It got me.
You better go down like a man.
They'll be like, bro, you don't show too much. You don't show no emotion, bro.
Facts.
Oh, you just got shot. You ain't show no emotion.
It's like, oh my God, why do
It's kind of hot. The way you're dying in silence like that.
No, he called for help. That's the it. He called for help. He called for help. That's the it. Okay, y'all just
See how they do it in the movies? They don't even say they're hurt. They be like, oh my God, you're bleeding. They're like, oh really? And then that's when they expose it. They don't say nothing until someone else mentions.
I got a question, but because it's gender specific, I'm not gonna say it's the question of the day. It's for you.
Okay, gender specific.
If your man get knocked out in front of you, is he single?
Nah, we both going to jail.
Okay.
That's my man? Oh yeah, we both going to jail.
Jumping in?
Yeah. You gotta hear that.
Then
You
you
cheated.
get
I straight cheated. I came up from the back with the
Both
elbow.
of y'all get knocked out.
Nah. It's just not everybody.
Both of us up
The best thing is as a unit, we can't
we
never
gotta
do
learn
that
how to
again.
fight, man. We gotta learn how to
Cause I seen this video, bro. And junk got me so hot. The Dom, she going crazy, like she getting disrespectful to this dude. And you know, dude, decent sized black man. You feel me? He keeping his hands to himself. You feel me? Da-da-da-da. They both yelling at each other. They're like a basketball game. A football game or baseball game. Then her man sitting right here letting them argue. She him, slapped that boy. After she slapped him, he caught her out with a hip. And then so now they fighting, and then her man tried to get up to like defend her. He caught bro with a beep, cut that right back down like this. Damn, you feel me? If other people didn't intervene, bro, he probably would have killed bro.
I'm about to say, was she holding her own?
Look, I mean, what she gonna do? But she didn't get knocked out because he didn't hit her full force. But like he probably like slapped her back and like threw a backhand. But when the dude stepped in, he caught back.
I feel like that's a good reason for the guy to break up, because you too much problem. You a liability. We was trying to watch a game. That's all it is.
It looked like it, but she put her hands on bro first.
Exactly. So when I wake up and be like, bro, can I move out?
Because I was having a conversation, I'm like, bro. I'm like, the Dom put you in a position, and that position got you knocked out. Yeah. Now, even if she don't want to or not, she can't look at you the same.
She should have got knocked out too.
Legit. I'm gonna call my daddy.
And he said, what? Who your daddy?
You gotta have a conversation with them early on, like.
He's fine there. He think his shit is sweet. And then 6'5".
Yep, and he got.
You came back down either, bro.
Imagine.
You is hero.
Imagine a nigga that you know he probably done whooped you 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Your jit getting an altercation, call you pull up, it's bruh jit and your jit. And he said, Dad, there you go. You looking at bruh like, damn, bruh just whooped me, dog.
Mm-hmm.
What you do? You gonna fight him again?
Nah.
You know you going to sleep.
Jit hero, bro. You gotta fight.
Which one worse? So which one worse to your brother?
It's worse
To walk away or get knocked out?
It's worse to walk away.
It's worse to walk away.
That's showing your kid like that. He ain't gonna stand on that.
At least
Yeah. I'll stand and take it.
Let's say you know there's a 99%
at least make
chance
a lot
you
of
get
noise so people can break it up. You feel me?
What you mean you trying to fight?
I'm crazy. I'm going in on it, bro.
I mean, knowing me, it don't matter who in front of me. About my jit, I'm taking it down. You know what I mean? But it's like, not everybody a fighter, bro. You know what I mean? You know you're not a fighter.
Speak jet like not every time you gotta fight.
He's gonna look at you like.
You gotta turn that bit into a lesson.
You gotta choose your
He started with me though.
No, we finish it around here.
You gotta choose your wisely.
All else
You always
fellas,
gotta fight.
you gotta teach Jit how to fade before you even get in that situation.
Gaslight Jit, bro. You gotta gaslight.
He gonna always remember that too.
Heck nah. I'm gonna give him like a battle cry or whatever just before I get up in there.
Yeah,
That's how we doing this family out here.
Alright, I got a laugh of the day, right? So this lady went on Meet People Internet. She was like, she quit her job because her job was not give her time to do like all the essential things, like taking a shower, like brushing her teeth, like cooking and stuff like that. So she quit her job.
And no, you gotta think hard. She said, I had to quit my job when I realized because of my job I didn't take a shower for 3 weeks.
Oh. No, that's your fault. Wait, what are the hours of this job?
That's what I'm
She's
saying.
working 40 hours a week.
No, that's your fault.
You gotta cut down the part.
No.
Nah, it's 40 hours a week, dude.
It's 40 hours a week.
That's at least 8 hours by yourself.
I'm saying 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
8 hours a day.
That's a normal person.
That's 800 a day for 5 days.
And that means you still didn't do it on the weekend.
Like, so if that's your friend, what advice I give him?
My friend, ain't no way that's my friend.
If that's your friend, what advice?
That's not my friend.
Take a shower.
There's no way.
What you mean?
There's no way I don't. Nah, there's no way I don't see that.
Nah, I'll call your mama first. Look what your son out here doing.
Make her depressed or something, man. Like
It might be that too.
it could have been like job making her depressed, but
Say that, bro, but don't say
then,
you
yeah.
working too much. You can't. Nah.
That's not the excuse we're
She
going
probably
for.
thinking about the job 24/7.
So you just sitting there just-
Stuff she gotta do.
If I'm ever mad, I stay in the shower. I be spending an hour in the shower.
But some people
While
have
I'm
depression,
scrolling.
they can't do like those extra stuff.
Okay, well then let's ask those questions. But let's take off depression off the table. Just a normal person that you're saying is overworked, and they have a 40 hour. No, you're lying.
40 hours a week.
No, let me see your soap. Let me see what the soap look like.
You can't be overworked for 40 hours.
No, you can't.
like 40 hours. Brother, hold on now. You could be overworked with 40 hours a week now.
How?
It depends.
What a job you don't take home, though. You don't take the job home. If you don't take the job home, it's only 40 hours, bro.
Some jobs be taxing on the body.
Of course.
Nigga in construction doing 40
probably
hours a
was
week.
Even they watch it.
Administrative.
I tell you right now,
Working in the front desk.
most niggas that's doing construction, bro, they working way more than 40, cuz.
Yeah, it's not 40 hours.
I'm just saying though.
40 hours is not taxing.
40
hours is all
be
things
taxes, bro.
There's no.
man.
Even look. Even you, bro. You know in the medical field, bro. Even if you have the schedule 12, like 3 on, 4 off, how is that taxing?
It could be
It
taxing.
very much is taxing. What you talking
I
about?
think 3 on 3 hours be taxing. So
It
that's
could
too
be
much.
taxing.
4 days to recover.
No, the first day is sleep and trying to recover from the other.
Okay, you sleep and then day 2, you not gonna shower?
That's if they even give you 2 days off in a row.
No showers, then. I'm talking about like work.
But
work.
there's no way. I'm talking about when I say 3 on 3 hours. I mean you working 12-hour shifts. Those 3 days, they gotta give you because we said this is the scenario. You're only working 40 hours a week. Mm-hmm. So how they gonna overwork you?
How are they gonna overwork you? I'm gonna cry in that shower. I'm freaking taking a shower.
That's
You're
what I'm
not gonna tell me
saying.
I'm
That's
not
what I'm
gonna freaking.
saying, bro. Like,
Even as a nurse, even during COVID, even if they overworked us and I worked 16 hours, I made sure I freaking spent an hour showering and 2 hours sleeping.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
did not care. I'm touching that water.
Only way you getting overworked if you working like, cause I used to work, bro, in a 2-week period, bro. I'm over here working like 100+ hours, bro. And I still found time to do a lot of stuff. Did that feel overworked with that? Yes. I feel like I was being slaved, but that's because I'm working damn near every day.
But maybe her mind capacity,
And it was a
she
she.
can't handle that.
You sure it said 40 hours?
Yeah, 40 hours.
No,
That was probably 80 or something.
I don't want to hear maybe
40 hours, bro.
maybe 40 hours every 3 days or something.
Nah,
Nah, bro, because there's no
40
way.
hours, dog.
And that just go back to lack of accountability, bro. But let's get into the question of the day. All right, so this is more of a scenario than a question, right?
Yeah.
So let's say 18 years of your life, this person is mommy, this person is daddy.
Yeah.
Then you start to get some doubts, about your siblings, et cetera, so you take a DNA test. And none of these people are your family. There is no blood relation to anybody. And you find out that you were kidnapped as a baby, took to another state, and raised in that family. Would you, and then you get reunited with your real family. Would you want to be with your real family, or would you want to be with the family you was with for 18 years?
We got there, homie.
Nah, I would want to be with my real family, bro.
We got. What if I don't like my real family?
That's betrayal. I'm saying that's betrayal, bro.
Nah,
Deep
no.
down.
A lot of questions. Like, how did you get me? Was I
It
present?
depends how cool you are. I'll probably still be cool with them, but like at the same time, you ain't gonna feel like they love you like your blood.
Yeah. Is it a crime thing?
It definitely was a crime. It definitely so the mother that actually stole the child got locked up. And the child found out at like 18. So for 5 years, the child like 20 something, like 23 right now, or 21 or whatever. But for all that time when they found out and she got placed with her family, she still called that lady mom, and she's been fighting to get her sentence reduced.
That's like Sherlock Holmes syndrome. What is it called?
Oh yeah.
Stockholm syndrome?
Yeah, when you get kidnapped, you start feeling something for it.
I mean, but like I wouldn't even say that's
It was your
Stockholm.
caretaker.
Yeah,
That was your
the
caretaker.
reason it technically falls into Stockholm because it's like, but with that situation, that's all you knew.
Emotion for them.
Yeah, so it's like, because a lot of people calling her crazy, you know what I mean? Saying, was she weird for still calling her a kidnapper mom, and still like write her every chance she get, try to visit, huh?
What's she supposed to do?
Yeah.
As a baby though, that jump ingrained in her too.
18 years.
She raised?
23, basically.
Wait, what are you supposed to do? Pop into the, hey guys, hey, I was actually kidnapped, so I'm coming to Thanksgiving now. How's everyone doing? Nah, you can't just pop
too,
up.
right? It's because she raised her as like.
Yeah, she raised her as her own. Like, it's not like she treated her bad. No, she raised her good. Like, she cared and loved for her.
Would you hate that?
Nah.
Because
So you would just,
But I
so you would be
still-
the same girl.
I would still probably like feel some type of way though,
at who?
cause you took that away from me, as far as like yeah.
But I gave you a whole life.
But you don't know what you
So when
said.
you find out,
It's an opportunity cost, though. Like,
I'm saying when you find out,
huh?
Who kidnapped?
His mom kidnapped a child.
Yeah, so a lady kidnapped a girl
probably at the hospital.
at the hospital, and then she went to another state and raised the girl. But because I think, I don't know the full background, but I think the lady couldn't have kids at first, and then after she kidnapped the girl or whatever, and then eventually she was able to have kids, huh? You said what?
It's expensive, and that's not easy.
You don't always get approved for adoption.
Nah,
But now you in
that
jail.
would take some time to forgieve.
I did not know you had to pay for adoptions. I did not.
You gotta do background
Yeah,
checks.
I'm not gonna use
all
the
that.
word,
It's a
but-
lot.
It's a fun fact. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Go out of state.
Cause you also get paid for it too. Like,
I think you have to pay for
Yeah.
those too.
I'm saying if you have like a baby home though, If you have like a group
government
home,
pays
So I know a lot. So I know somebody who finessed when I was growing up. It was their kids, right? So they had their own kids and they adopted as well. They kids grew up together, but they sold it as a
group home.
group home. But it
It's
was
only a group home when you get paid.
Yeah,
Nah,
but
when
If
they
you just
find
adopt
out,
just
they
one
gonna
child, you don't get paid.
The government paid to
they pay you to foster.
Yeah, to 18. Yeah, to
Yeah.
18. They pay you to foster.
Yeah, but that's what they made it seem like it was a foster home, but it was a family home. You know what I mean? It was just a way to finesse to get more bread.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you do get like what, $1,500 a month per kid if you
yeah,
foster,
they be-
or is it $4K a month?
That house had a lot of kids, bro.
Oh, right, that changed up to real quick. Everyone's like, wait, what?
Yeah, but
It's just crazy. But yeah, go ahead and comment down below, guys. You feel me? How would y'all handle that situation? Any last words and last thoughts?
none for me, man. No fake.
All right, no faking, man. We out. We appreciate y'all. Continue to watch. Continue to share. Thank you, everybody. We out.
We out.
Fake.
No